Hello everybody! I hope you've had a wonderful week. Today we will be covering several Japan-related topics, so let's dive right in. First off, we'll be experiencing some childhood nostalgia as we go exploring the different Pokemon centers in Japan. In Japan, there are 10 Pokemon centers and 11 Pokemon stores. The Pokemon stores are basically mini Pokemon centers that only carry the most popular products. As of this video, I have seen the Pokemon centers in Nagoya, the Tokyo Skytree, and Sunshine City, as well as the Pokemon store in Tokyo Station. In this video, we'll be taking a brief look at each one of these. Upon entering the Nagoya Pokemon Center, you are greeted by 3 multi-generational Pokemon starters: Pikachu, Chikorita, and Litten. Recently, they even dressed up for Easter. The product selection in the Nagoya Pokemon Center is a little smaller than the Tokyo Pokemon Centers, but it is still a satisfying visit if it's the first Pokemon Center you've been to. Also, for just 100 yen, you can play the Pokemon fighting game Pokken Tournament. My first visit, they even had it hooked up to the big screen they have, but typically it is just with all of the other arcade games. The Tokyo Skytree Pokemon Center is one of my favorites. The first thing you see upon entering is a Rayquaza with a Pikachu on top breaking through the ceiling, coming straight at you. Elsewhere in the center, you'll see the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo and Lunala, and then another place you will find a mega evolution of a black Rayquaza, which is super cool. The Sunshine City Center is the biggest one I've seen so far and has the best selection of products. It's also home to one of the coolest stair ramps I have ever seen. Even if you're not interested in Pokemon, I highly recommend visiting Sunshine City. It is a beautiful shopping mall that is well worth the visit. The first thing you see at this Pokemon Center is a holographic Pokeball that is rotating on a stand, which is somewhat reminiscent of the Pokemon Centers in the games. On either side of this stand are 2 legendary Pokemon as well. Throughout the store, you'll also find several statues of Mega Evolved Pokemon, such as Charizard X and Y, Lucario, and Mewtwo. If you're lucky, you'll even find somebody dressed up in a giant Pikachu outfit near the entrance. This location also has a rather large Pokemon arcade, at least bigger than the other centers that I've seen. I happened to visit this Pokemon Center when they were having an event that sent you all across the mall looking for Pokemon. There were 40 Pokemon in total, 20 for the Sun course and 20 for the Moon course. If you finished one course, you got 1 poster card. If you finished both, then you got both the poster cards as well as a little folder. I had some spare time, so naturally I joined the event, thus increasing the average age of participation significantly. It was pretty easy to see who was getting involved with it because they gave you this giant card to keep track of all the Pokemon you found. For an event that was supposed to be tailored towards children, it was incredibly difficult to hunt down all 40 Pokemon in the mall. I ended up teaming up with a mom and her son so we could divide and conquer, and we finally managed to catch them all. Here are the prizes I got from that event, proof of my Pokemon mastery. With all the Pokemon centers in Tokyo, you may be tempted to skip over the Pokemon store in Tokyo Station. This, however, would cause you to miss out on the exclusive Tokyo Station Pikachu, which is only found in this Pokemon store. Plus, you might as well stop by the Pokemon store as you visit surrounding landmarks such as the Imperial Palace and Ginza Commercial District. Next, I wanted to talk about the strangest enkai I've attended here in Japan. Enkais are traditional Japanese banquets that are great for bonding with coworkers. Also, there's typically all-you-can-drink alcohol, which is great if you drink alcohol. I don't, so I typically end up getting all-you-can-drink orange juice, which is less special because you can typically get that from your average fast food restaurant in America. Anyways, what made this enkai strange was not that I had to duck under doorways or watch out so I didn't hit my head on hanging lights. It wasn't that the shrimp was served with a face, nor that there was a full squid in the appetizer. No. Those are all normal, everyday enkai things. What was peculiar was there were chairs. Not those floor chairs that are basically pillows with backs on them, but full, standing, 4-legged chairs. Crazy! Okay, so maybe it's not that crazy, but this is like the 7th or 8th enkai that I've been to here in Japan, and it's the first one where we haven't been sitting on a pillow or zabuton on the floor. Which is fine because I've gotten used to sitting on the floor because my couch at home is incredibly uncomfortable. In fact, if I just tilt my camera a little bit, you'll see that I'm sitting on the floor whenever I film. In other news, this week on NHK, the Emperor of Japan recently began planting rice seeds in the Imperial Palace rice fields. These seeds were obtained from last year's harvest and include both sticky and non-sticky rice. According to NHK, this is done every spring in hopes for a bountiful harvest. I'll end this video with the Japanese word of the day, toriaezu. According to jisho.org, toriaezu means, first of all, at once, right away, for now, or for the time being. I didn't fully understand the meaning of this word until I was playing Pokemon Sun in Japanese. There's a point where you and two friends are storming an enemy base, and one of your friends says to the other, "What's the plan?" And the other friend says, "Toriaezu," in his answer. The first friend then starts freaking out like, "Oh my gosh, he doesn't have a plan!" In the English version, instead of toriaezu, the character says, "I guess." So when using this word, it is important to realize that toriaezu is more of a spur-of-a-moment thing rather than the first step in a well-thought-out plan. Well, that's all I had planned for today. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Japan-related content, hit that friendly neighborhood subscribe button and stay tuned for more.